We have a story airing on WTOL at 11 tonight at 11 about a man who was in the wrong place at the wrong time, gunned down in an area of Toledo not really known for violence. Melissa Andrews is here with a preview of the story. What interested you in this story in the first place? This whole neighborhood, Lincolnshire, is a very quiet neighborhood. I remember when it happened, it was like, what?
That's exactly what interested me, really, was this quiet neighborhood not too far from Costco, not known to be a crime-ridden area of Toledo whatsoever. You have these kind of mid-century modern ranch homes, very nice neighborhood, mostly elderly people. And then we hear that a young man was shot, and from all intents and purposes, he was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. It wasn't a crime where he brought this on himself in any way, as most of the crimes are.
Was he outside? Was he in a car? What was he doing? And what else is happening in the neighborhood?
So Cole Lepkowski is who we're talking about, 26 years old, living with his fiancé, Andrew Price. They'd been together since they were 17 years old. They had just returned from a trip up to Michigan where they were planning their wedding. They had chosen the location, and this is kind of where we recreate what happened. They had gone for an unusual Taco Bell run around 10 o'clock over at Secor and Central.
Yep.
And they came back, and someone was having a party on the street. People were double parked. There were a lot of people, but Andrew said they didn't mind. They weren't aggravated by the cars. They were just waiting their turn. And basically, someone was coming toward them the other direction. They couldn't really move, and they hear gunshots. And you know, Andrew holds a lot of guilt for himself, and I tell him, don't do that. You know, he feels that he was trying to reverse the car once those gunshots rang out, and he couldn't. He was pressing his foot on the gas, and it was just all frantic moments. And the next thing you know, he turns and sees that Cole is shot in the head.
What are police, what will they tell you about the investigation? I'm sure there must be some things they're not telling you, but what do we know?
Well, it's been about 3 months. I do know that the detective in charge of the case, according to Andrew, has been communicating every few weeks, but you can hear on the body cam that police are very frustrated that they want to know information about a shooter. And remember, this is an Airbnb party. It was a graduation party. There were a lot of people. And it sounds like the officer on the scene knew if we don't catch this shooter right now, it could be more difficult. And that is usually what happens, and that appears to be what has happened here. We don't know of any suspects. Police aren't talking about where they are in the case, but we do know that it appears there were bullet holes fired through the back of the car. And it seems like, from what Andrew is saying, that they were just simply caught in the crossfire. But can you imagine? I mean, it's exactly what we've seen in movies, really.
Yeah.
And you live with this sense of, and Andrew is living with, if we didn't go to Taco Bell, if we would have stayed one more night in Michigan,
can't do that.
if I would have hit the gas harder. And it's just such a difficult way to continue living on that street.
All right, we'll have some more preview stuff at 5 and 6, and of course the story coming up tonight at 11.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks so much.